but and I was interested in Path of Exile 1, but I was like, is it worth now delving into it since it was already so far into its development, and then they already announced Path of Exile 2, and I'm like, yeah, I'll wait until that's just a bit more further ahead. But then it was for 50% discount on Steam about, well, not last weekend, but the weekend before. So I was like, fuck it, I'm buying this. God, this feels... But I can definitely understand you're fun for this.
And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true.
Oh, so you had a journal.
That fair-haired villager, an eternal descendant, she knew. At that moment when our eyes locked, we both knew. She clung to her children like I would end them then and there. She is of no risk now, but how many others must I fear? Is my blood truly impure? Oriana assures me we can right some of the wrongs of the past. She promises a way forward for Ogham. A way forward for the clans and the clanless alike. And a way forward for me. We must continue with our task.
Yeah, my man, if you haven't noticed it, you're killing off your folks. Must be normal for characters to monologue and write down everything on a sheet of paper just to lay it around. Well, this was a journal, I think, that was in his own personal chamber, so that's understandable. What I love always whenever you have games that have written down, like, stuff, and they for some reason, in some cases, they literally even write down when there's screams of agony, and then I'm like, my dude, why are you writing this shit down? That's the most hilarious. That is always usually the most funniest shit for me. Whenever they start writing down that they were screaming, oh no! Yes. It's like for some reason they write, like it makes sense if it's like that they were writing the last bit in a panic state and it's sort of, and then there's a blood smear or something on it. But for some reason some of them literally write down that they're like screaming it out. Like, how does that make any sense? Let me write down all my screams. And my screams on a piece of paper, yeah. Like in audio, as an audio recording, that makes sense. Although sometimes I still wonder, like, are you still holding the record button when that happened? But yeah, that's always been to me also a very funny thing whenever that's the case, yeah. Like you had, like they particularly always, like, whenever they also have, like, when they write down their last moments before, you know, shit's about to go down for all of them. And they're like, time is short. I do not have much time. And then proceeds to write 3 fucking pages of shit. It's like, I thought you said you didn't have much time to write things down.
Stay still.
Like, what do you mean your time was short? You're writing down more shit than I could in a lifetime. Like they speak in such panic behavior, and then suddenly, oh yeah, I had time to write 3 pages of the last moments of my life. If last moments of your life, you could fill 5 fucking pages with this shit?